a 10-year warranty, and all the units are inverter type units. Now, here's what's going on. About 5-6 days ago, all you know, I did a program last week, and I spoke about this whole thing with plenty people getting US and we don't know where the money coming from. Well, what I did, I wrote an email to the Prime Minister, and I wrote to the Express and the CNC3 and others, and I copied them. So, you know, if I'm copying all of them, I wouldn't make an accusation. I would ask questions. So what happened is that I wrote in that email, I said, look, you know, there are people getting foreign exchange, people tied in certain positions, and they're getting foreign exchange. How come it is they're getting foreign exchange when I have to suck salt? Basically, I have to suck salt. I catch in my nenin. Well, what happened is that, and then at the bottom of the email, I wrote that, like I said, I don't want to implicate anybody in anything because, of course, Prime Minister can afford better attorneys than me. But then again, Ravi can mash up anybody. But then again, Ravi's a chairman, so Ravi wouldn't take the case. So it's a different story. Right. So anyway, here's what happened. So basically, what happened is that the email that I sent out, I put on the bottom for the media houses to find out what is the relationship between the company and the Prime Minister. Now, I'm asking anybody here, if I tell the media to ask what is the relationship, is that telling somebody that is a thief or a crook, or stating that you want to find out? And it is stating that you want to find out. You're asking the media that, look, here what's happening, you want to find out. How come these people getting so much foreign exchange? You know, is it family of the Prime Minister? I don't know. I don't know. The Prime Minister responded to my email, and this is how he responded. Zoom in, please. Inshan Ishmael, you kiss my ass. Go to hell. This is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Zoom in, because people screenshotting this all over now. Right? Zoom in. Right? This is the Prime Minister. This is the man we have as the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And here what's happening. Come back to me. I responded to him. And how I responded to him, I told him that I would not be able to because I cannot tell the difference between that and his head. That is what I told him in my email. As plain as day. Because you can't come insulting me. I don't care who the hell you are and who the hell you feel you are. As the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, you are supposed to have some respect. You are supposed to have some decorum. But the fact is that the Prime Minister has shown that he is a raging bull and out of control. We have had so many Prime Ministers in this country. Let us see the Prime Ministers of this country. Right? Do we? Right. Eric Williams. Eric Williams that allow people from all over to squat all over. They said that he was racist. I don't know. But Eric Williams was a man, he never cussed nobody. George Chambers, they used to call George Chambers Duncy. They used to call him stupid. They used to call him a fool. You ever hear George Chambers cuss or insult anybody? A.N.R. Robinson, under that man, they had a coup. Right? And up to now, he never cussed Abu Bakr on him. Right? Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Patrick Manning, right? Patrick Manning allowed Calder Hart to run away with this whole country. But still, Patrick Manning put his wife as a minister. All the kind of thing they tell Patrick Manning. But Patrick Manning used to keep his cool. The only time I see him lose his cool was when he was talking about Rowley. Right? As far as I know, Basdev Pandey, well, Basdev Pandey used to kind of hit you for six in a technical way. And he go laugh with the side of him out. He go hit you a little sly fox look, and that's it. Right? So people used to call Pandey thief, crook, this, that, all kind of thing. Pandey never once insulted anyone or denigrated anyone. Kamala, people call she drunk, crook, this, that. As bad as Kamala is as a leader, all the elections she lost, and not once did Kamala cuss up anybody or did call them a this and call them a that. But we partner there. Zoom into that picture. Zoom in. And I choose the right picture for it. Right? We partner there. That is his behavior as the Prime Minister of this country. Asking questions. Let me tell you something. It was so easy. Come back to me. It was so easy for this Prime Minister to say, Ishmael, here what happening now, boy? I don't know the man. I have no relationship with the man. The accusations that you have made, I will investigate. Simple, you know. Simple talk, done. But you know what he do? He's smart. He copied me alone in that. He didn't copy all the media houses. He only sent that to me. So he thought I would have keep quiet, but show it back again from the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Not that. The email. Right? The email from the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Right? Ancient Ishmael, you kiss my. Right? You go to hell. Just by asking a question, I am overdoing it now. Just by asking a question. Recently, I asked certain questions, and at the end of the day, that is what I do. I've been asking questions for 15 years on this program. And not one Prime Minister ever tell me that, boy. But you downright disgusting, disgraceful, uncouth. Give me a good word there. You're a real goat, boy. You understand? No, I tell you, I so shocked. And here what happened. I gotta open up my phone lines now, and here what happened. Let me hear what all you know, what all you think about what all you Jesse. What all you Jesse, tell me what all you think about that. Open up my phone line now. Giving all you 10 seconds, and we're moving like lightning here. What is your thought on what you just saw? Open up the phone lines. And remember, I don't want a long kata. When you're calling, done it. Right? So let me go. Let me hear.